welcome back to REMIC TV. This is what's going on, and before we get to the second part of Lakeisha McKnight's video, let me remind you, that's right, $500. $500 just for referring your friends and telling them about all the great stuff that you already watch on REMIC TV. Super simple. Click on our contest banner, enter your friends' details, we'll send them our information, and you could have $500 just for talking to your friends. It's a pretty good deal. Now, welcome back to What's Going On. We're talking to Lakeisha. So Lakeisha, before the break, we were talking about the cultural differences. Now, you have other ways of reaching out around the world, too. You have written some books. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your books?
All right. Well, the first one that I actually wrote, that was back in 2009. The title of that book was Goals, and that stands for Guidelines on Achieving Life Success.
Right.
Yeah, the specific people that it's targeted for are students, and I believe that each and every one of us, each and every day, we're always students, we're always learning. So it can be applicable not just to, for example, high school or college students, but to everyone who is seeking to learn something new each and every day.
Okay.
And the second one, of course, that's being released this year.
Ooh,
very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yes, it's called Awakening the Champion, How to Think, Speak, and Live Like a Conqueror.
Okay.
And this book specifically is for, of course, professionals. We're looking at those who are speakers, online marketers, authors, entrepreneurs, individuals who are seeking to just win in life as well as within their career.
Absolutely. Now, I noticed that champion is a big theme throughout your work and throughout your website. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, because of my studies, at Regent University, I studied leadership, and I know that people have a broader idea of what leadership is. And, a lot of people can claim to be a leader based on a position they occupy within their companies. But I've learned that in today's society right now, what it's really going to take to thrive in this type of environment that we're in, it's a global changing environment, and with the way that the economy is, you're going to need to rise one level above just being a leader, and that's being a champion. You're going to need to learn how to both overcome the unexpected while also bringing your brother or your sister or those who are coming up behind you, bringing them up with you as well. So that's really what this book is about, just helping them to be able to speak, think, and therefore ultimately live like conquerors.
Interesting, and that's of course a good philosophy that if you want to do it, you have to do it yourself. You have to be the best at it to really rise above. Now, you have an international company as well.
Yes, I do. And with this particular company, it actually took root because of the growth within the speaking business that I have. It transformed and it became not just a Powerful Life, because that was the initial name of the company, but then it transformed into what's called now the International Leadership Education and Development Company.
Okay.
Short, the ILE company.
Yeah, it's a mouthful to say.
Yes. Yes, it is. But it does provide training for people who are looking to enhance themselves in regards to job skills development, and then also those who are looking to become entrepreneurs or business owners themselves. So we do the staff development, we do the customer service enhancement, we do all of these things. And right now we do have a promotion that's helping people to become professional speakers. So that's what we're doing right now, just trying to help people to enhance them and really improve their leadership potential throughout the world.
Now, is there any certain field that you focus on when advising entrepreneurs and small business owners, or do you feel that the same philosophies kind of apply all across the board?
Well, what they have to really be aware of is the current trends.
Right.
What's the dominant trend right now? The dominant trend, as we know it right now, is just producing informational products and being able to market those things well throughout the internet and abroad, so that they can establish themselves as experts within their field.
Right.
And so this is what I'm really pushing for with a lot of the students and the professionals that I'm working with right now, is helping them to understand how to become an expert, how to build a platform for themselves in this year.
Do you feel that education and post-secondary is the way to build this platform, or is it kind of a minor detail?
It can help them, but we all know that a lot of the great people that we see in business may and may not have had college education. So it really depends on the route that a lot of people want to take. You can look into the area of going into school and completing an education, a formal education, or you can also self-train. So that's really, the avenues we encourage amongst those we work with.
Lakeisha, what do you think has really helped you more, your education and what you learned at the university, or your life experiences? Really, when it comes down to a day-to-day.
That is a tough question. Because I believe, honestly, that it's really catch-20. It depends on what it is you experience and how you're planning to use your education.
Okay.
I honestly believe that in most cases, many people are able to connect with you, buying into what you do because of your experience.
Okay.
I say that your personal experience makes you unique, and honestly, you cannot place a value or a price on your experience. So your experience, to a degree, has a little bit of an upper hand over the education, because I can probably count on my hand maybe how many courses I remember from school, and actually specifically what I've learned from these courses. So it's your experiences that never leave you, and they are invaluable.
Absolutely. And you've given us a lot of information as to all the different companies that you run, but if we wanted to contact you, what would we do?
Well, to contact me, there are several ways of doing it.
Okay.
One, you can reach me on my personal website. This is where a lot of people go if they want to hire me to come and speak. And the website address is www.lmcKnight, and that's M-C-K, N as in Nancy, I-G-H-T.com.
Now, don't worry, viewers at home, if Lakeisha is talking too fast or the audio isn't good, or of course it's perfect for you. You're sounding beautiful, but it will be at the bottom of your screen, so don't worry about that. Keep going.
And another way to reach me, as well as possibly obtain a copy of the new book that's coming out this year, and that's the Awakening the Champion blog, and that's specifically what it is, www.awakeningthechampion.com.
Okay.
Be found there. And then also, last but certainly not least, if people want to take advantage of the free promotional that's going on right now as far as the free course we're offering for professional speakers, they can be sure to visit this is a long address.
Okay.
www.lakeishamckknight.com/masterspeaker.html.
And as I said, this will be on the bottom of your screen. Don't worry now. Is this course just in the U.S. or is it offered online around the world?
Yes, it's offered online around the world. So once they go to that particular page, they can sign up, and then my team will begin to send out the courses to them. And it's a 7-part free professional speaker series.
Okay. Now, I know that there's a lot of different advice you give, and we mentioned having to tailor it to different cultures. But if you could just leave us with one piece of advice to people out there who maybe are in your situation that you were 20 years ago, or what would you say?
I would have to leave everyone with my tagline that I often use, and it really has a lot of its foundation within my brand of being the champion builder. I want to tell everyone, no matter what culture you're a part of, no matter what your age is, or no matter what your background is, I let people know that champions don't just win, they overcome. And you too can be an overcomer, especially in this year. Despite all the things that are going on around you, you can overcome within your personal as well as in your professional lives.
And you certainly are a living example of that. Now, what's next for you in the coming year, in the future, in the next 100 years? What is going on?
Well, right now, I'm definitely looking at doing more speaking engagements, traveling to many other countries around the world, providing some training for aspiring business owners, as well as branching or franchising the training company, because right now we do have a branch in Nigeria.
Okay.
So we're looking into possibly going into Pakistan, as well as looking at Australia as well for the training company.
And any more books in the market, or?
Yes, of course. We have plenty of products that's going to be launched this year, specifically in the area of time management, leadership, and for those women who are watching the message today, those of you who are looking to become entrepreneurs yourself, there's going to be a specific program dedicated just for you.
Wow. So you have a lot in the works. Do you think you're ever gonna stop?
No. That's exactly why I'm here, and I'm here. I really have a heart to serve and really provide solutions for professionals, and so this is what I'm here to do.
Do you see in the future any specific field that you're going to be focusing on that you're maybe not touching on right now?
Well, that's a good question as well. I definitely believe that I'll probably be doing more radio and TV work in the future, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be really exciting.
I know you have your own show. Where can we find that?
Great that you asked. I do have a show. It's called Champion Central.
Okay.
And it is a show that, of course, right now it's being hosted with Blog Talk Radio, but we're looking into actually branching off into an actual radio station.
Okay.
So people can find that by going to blogtalkradio.com/Champion Central.
Okay. And on the show, do you touch base with new topics, or is it kind of repeating topics that you say in your motivational speeches and in your books?
Well, a lot of it is different topics that a lot of professionals face on a steady basis. And this is, it can be personal concerns that they face, as well as those general topics that they are struggling with their businesses. So we really get into the heart of understanding entrepreneurs, understanding professionals from different industries, and being able to provide real solutions for them on the show.
Now, you left us with a piece of advice for champions struggling through life. What about a specific piece of advice for somebody who wants to start their own business? I know, especially in the U.S., you have a kind of economic downfall going on right now. So do you have anything to say to them?
Well, one thing I can say for those who are aspiring to start their own business, there's a lot of ways to really get something going. And if you're new at this, one way of doing it is becoming connected or learning or getting a coach, someone that can walk you through the process. You should never walk through this or begin this journey alone. But again, you can contact me on the sites that have been provided. I can walk you through how to get started with a very small budget. One tip that I provide people is starting with a blog. And I can show you how to adequately create a blog that's going to generate a lot of traffic for you and help you to get your business going.
Lakeisha, you talk so much about having a professional and being motivated. Who motivated you? Who inspired you?
Well, what really inspired me the most, I would have to say my mother.
Right.
My mother, because, being raised in a single-parent household, and watching my mother be able to go to school while raising someone like me,
right,
which I'm sure is very difficult, being that as though that I'm strong-willed and really determined, I know that I got it from her as well. Being raised in a single-parent household, it can be really hard and overwhelming. And then with her completing her degree and being now a successful nurse, she's really, truly a role model, and she's helped to encourage me along the way to really press forward and not to take no for an answer.
All right, well, I think we're almost out of time here, but is there anything else you'd like to leave us with? You've left us with some great stuff so far.
Well, one thing that I usually tell people is that, if you believe it, if you see it, begin to perceive it, and if you speak it, you can achieve it. And so just be determined to go after what you want, especially in this year. If you see yourself as a business owner, you are a business owner. Begin to think like one. Begin to dress like one. Begin to associate it with people who are successful business owners. So you can do it in this year. You must begin to take action.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. We have been talking to Lakeisha McKnight, worked in social work, now a motivational speaker, everything from business owners to personal sexuality issues that you are struggling with, abuse. She's got her own opinions and got it all covered. So thank you very much. And I do wish you the best of luck in everything that you're doing. I know there's a lot, so I'm sending extra luck out there for you. Have a great day, and thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being on the show as well.
Thank you. You've been watching REMIC TV. This is What's Going On. I'm Jasmine Bowen, and we will catch you next time.